Oh, yeah. Coming up next. That's right. He's a ganjier and a Brazilian black belt in jiu-jitsu. So not only can he smell the bullshit, but he can also whoop your ass when you're dishing it. And on top of it, he can probably defend you if you don't shut the fuck up also. That's right. It is Mr. Lawyer Extraordinaire, Omar Figueroa.
Thank you, Jason. I just want to correct the record so I don't get whooped by some black belts. I'm a mere purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Um, Happy Friday, everyone. My story is from KTLA by Travis Schlepp. The headline is New Bill Would Allow for Cannabis to be Catered at Private Events. A new bill in the California legislature could pave the way for private events to have cannabis catering. Assembly Bill 471, authored by Assembly member Ash Calra of San Jose, aims to amend existing cannabis laws to add language that allows for cannabis to be served at private events provided by licensed caterers, similar to hiring a company to cater food or beverages. Currently, California law only allows for event organizers to organize public events where licensed storefront and delivery retailers can sell cannabis at temporary public events. If passed, the new rules would allow for cannabis companies to obtain catering licenses and offer those services at private events. The proposal does have some restrictions, however. The events could not be hosted by the catering company itself, and the company could not be permitted to advertise the event. Companies would also be limited to only 36 private catering events at one specific location for the duration of a calendar year. The area where cannabis is consumed would also need to be restricted to those 21 and older, and the caterer would not be allowed to provide alcohol. The bill's language also allows for the catering company to repurpose unused cannabis from one event to another. It's unclear if the bill will pass, but Wheatsley, a cannabis retail and consumer advocacy website, says a similar proposal by Calra was rejected during the last legislative session. My take, I did some research, and the digest prepared by the Legislative Council has more details. This bill would add acting as a cannabis caterer for a private event to the definition of commercial cannabis activity regulated by the California Department of Cannabis Control. The bill would authorize the DCC to issue a state caterer license, authorizing the licensee to serve cannabis or cannabis products at a private event approved by a local jurisdiction for the purpose of allowing event attendees 21 years of age or older to consume the cannabis or cannabis products. The private event cannot be hosted, sponsored, or advertised by the caterer. Under the bill, consumption of alcohol or tobacco would be authorized on the premises of that event, as specified. The bill would prohibit a caterer licensee from serving cannabis or cannabis products at any one premise for more than 36 events in one calendar year, except as specified. That means with local jurisdiction approval, and would also authorize a caterer licensee to reuse cannabis at a subsequent event as provided, meaning unopened packages could be reused at subsequent events. If you want to see more possibilities for cannabis events, please support AB 471. Compared to other license types, the barriers to entry for licensed cannabis events are comparatively low, meaning that it doesn't cost nearly as much to organize a cannabis event as it does to, say, open a cannabis dispensary. And it's going to cost a lot less for these private cannabis events. If AB 471 becomes law, we can anticipate that people from all over the world will flock to California for cannabis-focused weddings, reunions, and other celebrations catered by licensed cannabis caterers. The headline is, New bill would allow for cannabis to be catered at private events. This is Omar Figueroa, lawyer, publisher, and Ganjier instructor, reporting from Sonoma County, California, the traditional territory of the Pomo, Miwok, and Wapo nations for High at 9, high noon Eastern.